Hi all, today we are going to see about object-oriented programming, that is case study on library management system using OOPS concept. Problem statement. You have been tasked with developing a library management system for a public library. The system should handle various tasks such as managing books, borrowers, library staff members, and also the transaction of books. So below are the main requirements for the system. First one is book management. Each book should have a unique identifier, that is identification number with title, author name, genre, publication year, and also availability status. The system should report functionalities such as adding new books, removing books, updating book information, and searching for books by title, author, or genre. Borrow management. Each borrower should have a unique identifier, name, contact information, and borrowing history. The system should allow librarians to add new borrowers, remove borrowers, update borrower information, and view a borrower's book borrowing history. Library staff management. The system should report different types of library staff such as librarian and assistants. The staff member should have unique identifier, names, contact information, and role within the library. Staff should be able to log into the system using their credential, that is username and password, and perform tasks based on their roles. Example, librarians can manage books and borrowers. Assistants can assist borrowers with checkouts and returns. Transaction management. The system should facilitate borrowing and returning books. When a borrower checks out a book, the book facility and book availability status should be updated and the transaction details should be recorded. When a borrower returns a book, the availability status should be updated and the transaction details should be recorded. The system should also track due dates for borrowed books and also calculate the fine for the overdue. User interface. The system should have a user-friendly interface for both staff and borrower. Staff members should have access to administrative functionalities, while borrowers should have access to borrowing and returning books. The task. Design an object-oriented model for library management system. Implement the model using programming language of your choice. Example can be either Java or Python. Develop a user interface to interact with the system, ensuring ease of use and functionality for both staff and borrowers. Test the system thoroughly to ensure all requirements are met and address my bugs or errors. Document the system including its design, implementation details, and also user instructions. To design the object-oriented model for library management system, we will identify the main entities involved and their relationship. We will use classes to represent these entities and define their attributes and methods. Book class. Attributes: book ID, title, author, genre, publication, and availability status. Methods: get details and update availability status, which updates availability of status of the book. Borrower class. Attributes are borrower ID, name, contact information, borrowing history. Methods: get details, update contact informations. Staff class consists of the attributes staff ID, name, contact information, and role, whereas methods are get details, login, logout. Transaction class consists of the attributes transaction ID, book, borrower, staff, transaction type, transaction date, due date, return date, and fine amount. Methods: calculate, fine, and record transactions. Library class consists of attributes book, borrower, staff members, and transaction, where the methods are add book, remove book, search book, add borrower, remove borrower, add staff members, remove staff members, process transaction. This is the basic outline of the object-oriented model for library management system. Depending on the programming language you choose, you can implement these classes along with appropriate data structures and methods to fulfill the system requirement. Additionally, you may need to handle edge cases and validation logic within the methods. Reference, you can find the case studies from Geek of Geese or from Chat.